a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And we're blessed and highly favored, happy and grateful here in the Consumer Quarterback Show studio. We got Roger Kuns back in studio with us. Music and cinema is going to be the topic on the first half of the show. We're going to talk about all your automation needs, passion for service, and community involvement coming up with Roger Kuns, Music and Cinema, a longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, online at musicandcinema.com. And we always like to feature our listings, but I got to talk with Alex about our event coming up. We got an event coming up on the 27th, Alex. It's always a lot of fun over there. And this is an interesting location as well this time.
This one's on a Friday. There's no excuses. Nobody can say, I have Thursday night cheerleading that I have to go work on my tumbling or whatever. So Friday, September 27th at 6 p.m. at the beautiful Tarpon Turtle right there in Tarpon Springs off one of the most beautiful lakes I have ever seen. 1513 Lake Tarpon Avenue in Tarpon Springs. We're going to have boats, going to have appetizers. I hear there's going to be live music, and then you get to meet all of us. That's pretty amazing, and we don't charge anything for it. In fact, we're hooking you up. We just want to hang out with you, meet you, our listeners, and business owners. If you're interested in being on the show, come check us out. Yep,
that's right. It's going to be great networking, food, drinks provided, and the lake is huge. It's a huge lake. It's
huge.
Yes,
it's huge.
2,500 acre lake right there. Roger, you've seen Lake Tarpon before. You've been around.
Yeah,
the lake.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Great
area. We're gonna have boat rides going on. Great networking. That's what I love about the show is just bringing people together, the camaraderie that you find, the fellowship, and it's interesting. We got a lot of like-minded business owners in our network. Man, we got to. They say that your network is your net worth, right? And that's really true in our sense. We've got a great, database of expert contributors, business owners, account executives, salesmen and women, Alex. A lot of fun, man, when we have those events.
It is. It's funny. It's an eclectic mix because we all come from different industries and backgrounds, but we all are like-minded when it comes to a lot of our morals, principles, beliefs, and especially our work ethic. I mean, we're all hustlers and grinders. So
That's right. Save the date, Friday, September 27th, 6 o'clock. Lake Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs. It's the Tarpon Turtle Waterfront Restaurant. Come on out and join us. All right, a couple of hot listings, and we're going to jump into this content here with Roger Kuns in studio with us. We got a couple of hot listings here. 221 Howard Drive, one of my favorite listings right now. This is a $3+ million listing from the Platinum MVP team. Gorgeous property on the waterways here. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,500 square foot, exclusive Bel Air Beach location. You've got a gorgeous 3-island kitchen with Thermador appliances, saltwater pool, 100 linear feet of water frontage on deep water. So bring your boat, bring your jet skis, and if you even, bigger boats are going to be accessible there. Historic Howard Drive boasts one of the highest land elevations in the area, and you're only 1 block to the beach. So great opportunity here. 221 Howard Drive, Bel Air Beach, Florida. Another one of our hot listings from the Platinum MVP team. Compliments to Aaron Foley on that one. Archer Place. We've got Gainesville properties, 92 pre-construction luxury condos. You're getting the 10% off now because it's pre-construction pricing. And just in under 3 months, my wife and our sales team, we've sold over 25% of these 92 pre-construction luxury condos. You're 1 mile from the University of Florida, 5 minutes to Shands Medical and Butler Plaza. High-end luxury amenities, state-of-the-art fitness center, equipped with Pelotons, resort-style temperature-controlled pool with cabanas and grills, gourmet chef kitchen in the clubhouse overlooking the pool. Yes, you can short-term rent it, and yes, it's a great investment opportunity. 3101 Old Archer Road, Gainesville, Florida. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. That's right, raising our glass to those saving our ass overseas. Roger Kuns.
Do we have anybody overseas anymore, though?
I know, right? There's nobody in an active war zone overseas, right? I think that was the claim made, and there was no fact check.
Kamala says no, so no.
Yeah, Comrade Kamala said no. So, and there was no fact checking at all. There was no fact checking on her side. It's crazy.
It was frustrating watching that. I like to think I stay pretty informed, but then watching it with my wife, who she's more concerned about our kids and taking care of all that stuff.
Sure.
And she was frustrated because she knew that what she was hearing was not accurate, but yet no accountability whatsoever. So.
Yeah, and I think Springfield, Missouri, right now, or Springfield, Ohio, right, yep, is the perfect example of what the ruling class does to and has done to American small towns. They shipped all the jobs overseas. They shut down the manufacturing, the mills. They shipped all the jobs overseas. They flood the area with fentanyl. They get people addicted, and now they flood it with illegals. And then when you point out what the illegals are doing, they turn it back on you and say, "Oh no, that's racist or that's mean to say that."
No, and I live in Ohio, so
Yeah.
it's a couple hours down the road, and all those things that you listed have been things that have hit home. I mean, the fentanyl is just absolutely destroying the communities up there, and not that it's not destroying communities all over the United States, but
Right.
it actually started along the Ohio River Valley there,
Right.
on the I believe it, and there's lots of books about it, but even J.D. Vance, I mean, he came from that area, and he's fortunately pulled himself out of it, but
Yep.
it's definitely. Fortunately, in the community I live in, Northwest Ohio, we have not had a whole lot of the migrants shipped up there. But I live in a similar sized town to Springfield, Ohio,
Yep.
and if they did, it would absolutely crush us.
Yeah, exactly. And the worst part is they turn around and say, "Oh no, you shouldn't be asking that or thinking about that, or that's a lie. They're not eating cats and ducks out of the pond." And yes, they are. It's all proof. We've got proof. There it is. But anyways, we're talking with Roger Kuns. He's a business owner here. No, I like it. It's hey, it's topical. People are talking about it, and this is real deal. This is America, and musicandcinema.com is his company. So I wanted to pivot a little bit and go to the business side, because I love the passion for service that you talk about when you talk about working with clients. And again, another great reason to support the local economy here in Tampa Bay, Roger.
Yeah, no. So I own a service business, music and cinema. That's what we do, and sometimes I wonder why I'm in the business that I'm in, and I think it stems back to simple things like back when I was in high school, being the student council president or captains of the football and basketball team, to then going off to college and 9/11 happening, and then finding my way into being an officer in the Marine Corps, serving for 7 years, and then wanting to be an entrepreneur and carry on that spirit into a business. And when I was looking for businesses to buy my last couple years in the Marine Corps, I was starting to settle down. I was getting married, and the Marine Corps is an amazing place to be, and you get to travel and see the world. But it wasn't ideal for me being married, so I was like, okay, well, I think that
That's gotta be tough.
yeah, it is hard on a family. And I tell you what, like, I commend everybody, and getting to see the Marines and how they handle their families and the sacrifices that the spouses make is unreal.
Right.
But I didn't join to make it a long-term commitment. 7 years. I thought I was only going to do 4. I ended up doing 7.
Yeah.
But I didn't join for the retirement or any of those things. I just wanted to serve.
Yeah.
So as I was leaving the Marine Corps, I wanted to find a business that I could look at myself in the mirror and be like, hey, that's something people are going to need.
Yep.
It's not going to, it might struggle a little bit in a good or bad economy, but it isn't, the flavor of the week type of thing. So I ended up buying a little lock shop in my hometown, which is a service industry. And then I grew that into a security business that now serves all over Ohio. And then, when I during COVID, I wanted to come down to Florida more often. So I started looking for a business down here. So I looked for something similar, and I ended up finding Music and Cinema. I purchased it back in 2022. And but it's all the same things. And when I saw the previous owner's passion for serving his customers and serving the community, I was like, you know what, this fits my, similar to what you were talking about in the opening about, finding like-minded people, find that network that you want to be in, and the staff that I have down here, they have all those core values as part of their wanting to be here. Is it's not necessarily about being the biggest company or anything like that, but we want to be the most sought after, and we do that with service because it's a technology company, and when it comes to technology, people love it, but getting it to all work together, sometimes it can have a little bit of a challenge.
That's right.
And that's where we come in.
Yeah, and especially for some people that don't, we all have different acclimation levels of different technologies or understandings of how things work, and it can sometimes what can be simple for one person can be a real challenge for others, and I'm sure you've seen that with your installations. And
absolutely, every customer is different. And we're custom, so we aren't cookie cutter where we shove the same product down everybody's throat.
Yep.
We go out, we figure out what the customer's needs are, and then we go out and find the product and that is going to work right in their home.
Yeah, I love that. And even everything from of course the audio, the visual, security, but on down to the window shades as well.
Yeah. So there's three things when it comes to shades that you know, when it comes to automated shades that are attractive to people. And one that is being attractive. You know, the aesthetics of automatic shades is they can disappear when you don't need them. You know, we can build them into the wall to where they just drop out when you want them to. They integrate with all the smart home technologies that we're doing. So, you know, you walk in, you can say, Alexa, you know, drop the lanai shades down, or you can press a button. And then the sustainability, or the, you know, hey, during the day, they're going to drop down. When the sun is we can marry them up with how the sun is in the sky, so that way they come down when the sun's up and shining on your house to save on energy costs, to you know, rising back up in the evening and being able to see the sunset out your window and things of that nature.
Yeah, I love that. And you have certain people, I'm sure they'll have the you know, similar stuff going on with their AC units, and these smart homes can really be efficient.
Yeah, and we work together with all those things, and we can make them work in conjunction with one another. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I love it. And when you think about the home theater access, I mean, that's a big part of what people really like as well, is the, you know, having that home theater. You come home, you take what I love is, you know, when you do watch a movie, and sometimes I'll watch documentaries or things like that, which are educational as well, but, you know, it's just an hour and a half break from the day, right? Let me watch a movie and just get into it. So when you have the music and audio set perfect.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a huge movie buff.
Yeah.
One of the ways I made it through Officer Candidate School was I got my rack mate, and I loved exchanging movie lines together. And so I was like, you know what, someday I wouldn't mind like bringing that out, to, you know, that experience to other people. And I remember when my dad got his first big screen TV, and it was that big old box. You remember it weighed like 1,000 pounds, and and now we have it to where we can put a screen on someone's wall. We can put amazing speakers behind the screen, so that way the sound comes through them.
That's awesome.
You know, and not only does it, you know, increase the experience that you get to have in watching the movie, but it also increases property values when you have a beautiful home theater.
Right.
And then it's a long-term enjoyment of having that in your house. So you get to look forward to, you know, having the popcorn, maybe a libation, and watching a movie with your kids on the couch, opposed to having to go out, fight traffic, go to the movie theater.
Right.
Not that I don't mind doing that, but now it costs a good chunk of change to take your family out to the movie theater.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So yeah, those are all the nice things about having a home theater that you know, brings the value to the home and to the family.
I love it.
Experience.
Support the local economy, folks, by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and our expert contributors. And Roger's a great example, former officer in the Marine Corps, Roger Kuns here, now a business owner, of course. Musicandcinema.com. Reach out to the hotline. We'd love to put you in contact as well if you'd like a direct connection. 727-263-3707. All you have to do is call or text that line, and we'll put you in touch with Roger Kuns, musicandcinema.com. 727-263-3707. Just call or text. You can also hit us up at consumerqb.com. We're going to take a quick break there and come back more with Roger. Also going to talk about interesting sump pump story that he's got as well. All the controls. You got to think about all the ways that you can implement this into your home. So coming up there, as well as our feel-good story of the day. After 9 years of work, California tribe finally sees traditional land named a marine reserve bigger than Yosemite. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to My Daddy's Show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider who shares your values. They offer the very best nationwide coverage on 4G and 5G LTE networks and exceptional 100% U.S.-based customer support. Patriot Mobile offers discounts for veterans and first responders, NRA members, and families with multiple lines. Learn more at patriotmobile.com/consumer QB. That's patriotmobile.com/consumer QB. Or if you'd like to give us a call, you can reach out at 727-263-3707. That's 727-263-3707. And we'd be happy to tell you more about Patriot Mobile.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
Lindsay Rhymes here with Archer Place in Gainesville, Florida. Our luxury condo community is located only 1.5 miles from the University of Florida, 5 minutes to Shands Medical and Butler Plaza. Our buyers love the high-end luxury amenities in their building, including a state-of-the-art fitness facility equipped with Pelotons, the resort-style temperature-controlled pool accompanied with cabanas and grills, and the gourmet chef's kitchen in our clubhouse that overlooks the pool. We have pre-construction pricing only for a limited time, with floor plans ranging from a 1-bedroom, 1-bath to 2-floor penthouses with plunge pools. Starting in the low 400,000s to the high 900s, investors, parents sending their young adults off to school, medical professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs alike are investing in these residences. Reach out to us today at 727-263-3707 to get more information.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And thanks for hanging out with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. You know, it really makes our day when we get to talk to our audience. We get to talk or text on the hotline. So please reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Carry on those conversations. It really means a lot to us. We've got a couple of hot listings here. 12255 North US Highway 27. This one's in Ocala, Florida. We've got multiple listings, several listings in Ocala, by the way. 3 acres of vacant land zoned A1. So build your dream home or establish a world-class horse farm right here in Ocala. You're close to the prestigious Golden Ocala Country Club, just around the corner. It's a serene privacy and a vibrant equestrian lifestyle. Check out 12255 North US Highway 27, Ocala, Florida. Vacant land from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 3615C Robin, another beautiful single-family home remodeled right here in Pinellas County. This one's over in St. Petersburg. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot remodeled single-family home. Luxury vinyl flooring throughout with an open floor plan. I love the color scheme there. You got the lighter colors. It's staged. It looks good, and it'd be a great investment opportunity for you as well. You're close to the Gulf Beaches and downtown St. Petersburg at 3615C Robin Drive, Southeast St. Petersburg, Florida. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com.
Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down.
Quick shout out to Brio Tuscan Grill, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, Hillsborough County. Chef Oscar Ramirez and General Manager Joey, you got to say hello to them. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. They'll hook you up with a free appetizer, and they might even throw in a free water with lemon as well. But Brio Tuscan Grill, excellent food, wonderful ambiance, very friendly wait staff, right over there at the International Plaza Mall right here in Tampa Bay. All right, Roger Kuns in studio with us. We're talking with Roger about the business and the ideas around the music and cinema, of course, but also the automation features. So you had an interesting scenario that played out recently with a sump pump.
Matter of fact, I was sitting out in your waiting room, and all of a sudden I started getting an alert on my phone, It said sump pump failure, or not failure, but alert.
Yeah.
And then I got a phone call, and then I'm like, well, I better check into this. So I had a camera looking at my sump pumps in my basement because just for this very reason, and I couldn't really see anything going on there. But then I called and had someone go check on it for me because my wife's at school. So I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And turns out the hose that comes out of our water softening system that drains into the sump pump came loose and was starting to leak water. And so I have a finished basement with all my home theater stuff in it, so I kind of saved myself there. So practice what I preach, I guess.
That's great. Yeah. To be able to have that, you see it, you can pull it up on your phone. People could, on the security side, you can pull it up on your phone and see, what's happening on any of your cameras as well.
Yeah. I got to see. It was one of my staff members in Ohio. I got to watch him drive in the driveway, and I was able to unlock the doors for him, and he was able to go in, take care of it for me, and then I was able to re-alarm my house and lock the doors behind him. So it worked out.
The automation, the automation today, it's amazing. And I told you about. I'll have to talk to you off air about that smoke detector my cousin invented.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk to you more about that off air. But so we're talking with Roger Kuns, musicandcinema.com. You can find him online, musicandcinema.com. You can find him online. He's a veteran, former officer of the Marine Corps. And what else are you seeing out there? I love to hear the success stories and business stories when you're in the trenches.
when you tie together kind of all the things we were talking about. Is recently we were competing for I'm not going to mention his name because I promised I wouldn't, but he is a multiple World Series winning pitcher. Cool. That is building a beautiful house up in Oldsmar, and it was a competitive bid process that we had to go through. Yep. But ultimately, what it came down to was him and his wife deciding to go with us because of the service after the sale. And basically, when we were going through the whole process, we were offering up ideas that others weren't, and we were also extremely honest with them about what we thought was going to work for them in the long term, and not just trying to get the sale right away. And I think all of those things in combination with one another all ended up benefiting us and why we won the work. And now, we just ran about 150 cables through their house for speakers, alarms, cameras, the automation that goes with their HVAC system, with the shades that the Lutron shades that are going to go up and down in on all the windows, and even for the outdoor audio that they're going to have installed. And now the other thing that we brought to their attention that they didn't even really think about was how to incorporate this with their gate that they're going to have when they end up fencing it all in. So now they have it to where when they pull in the driveway, they can either open the gate with their phone, or they'll have the ability that when their phone gets to the driveway, that the gate will just open up on its own.
Nice. I like that. That automation, man, it just makes it all seamless. It makes it all seamless, and it makes it more of just a flow, right? Just a functioning flow. And that's the automation that you can bring. Musicandcinema.com. Find them online. 30 seconds back to you. Final thought, and how do you want people to connect?
Musicandcinema.com. Roger at musicandcinema.com is the email. And I hope that as people get technology that they don't go back to using pagers.
There you go. Yeah. Be careful with the pagers out there, right? Yeah. The latest, some of the latest stuff happening. Roger, thanks for coming in, man, and thanks for all the community involvement too. We brought on a special guest over the episodes, and some really good community involvement. Excellent stuff going on there, man.
I appreciate everything you do for the community as well.
My pleasure. Absolutely. Good stuff, man. Thanks for coming in. All right. Hey, feel good story coming up as well. And we got Logan Briggs also. After 9 years of work, California tribe finally seized traditional land named a marine reserve bigger than Yosemite. Feel good story coming up on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at BrandonBrimes1 at CQB Show, and YouTube and Rumble channel out there. ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show.
All right, Brandon BRimes here in studio. Logan Briggs coming up next. Gulf Shield Roofing, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Another great example of our expert contributors on the Consumer Quarterback Show. He owns a roofing company. and he's a hardworking man. He's out in the field today. We're going to have a call in from him here in just a moment. Before we do, a couple of hot listings. We like to feature our real estate listings on air, and the strategy works. Helps us sell faster for more money and for less headaches, of course. 8533 110th Street. This one's unit number 305 in Seminole. Great opportunity to own real estate here in Tampa Bay. What I like about this community as well, it's a one-bedroom, one-bath, smaller condo, but the community has so much to do here. This is 55 plus. You got shuffleboard, card games, billiards. There's also no land lease, resulting in lower monthly fees. You have line dancing, Zumba, silver sneakers as well. Close to the Gulf beaches. You got free shuttle service from this location as well, and lots of other events. 8533 110th Street, unit 305. All right, we got a listing at 15435 Southwest 33rd Street in Ocala. 15435 Southwest 33rd Street in Ocala. Owners motivated here. This is a great opportunity for 5 acres of land, 75% complete home. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Now, what we call is sometimes a fractured project. Started, didn't complete it, but this is going to be your gain as the buyer. So you've got a pre-constructed home that's already built, about 75% complete. You have a solid frame with a durable metal roof here. You got a new well, 1,200-gallon septic tank and filtration system, 200 amps of power running to the house. 15435 Southwest 33rd Street in Ocala. 5 acres of land. I know a lot of our buyers are looking for more land today. Great opportunity here in Tampa Bay. You're just 12 minutes from downtown Ocala as well. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, quick shout out to our friends over at Replenish IV Solutions. Say hello to Stephen and Lisa Gunn and go get juiced up. You're going to get the vitamin infusion drip directly into your bloodstream. Talking about the B's, the C's, all the good vitamins in there, and it's going to help you avoid a lot of those colds and other things happening this time of year. ReplenishIVSolutions.com. ReplenishIVSolutions.com. All right, Logan Briggs, welcome back to the Consumer Quarterback Show, my friend.
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Blessed and highly favored, my friend. Everything good on your end?
Oh, yeah, man. Out in the field today. It's hot, but it's rainy. We're getting all of it today, but I'm up here in Hudson. Up here helping a homeowner with a re-roof that she's having some, of course, issues with her insurance. So we're up here getting her taken care of and just kind of helping homeowners every day.
Wow. Yeah, so you see that pretty often, I would think, right? The claims process is sometimes confusing for homeowners.
Yeah, and every homeowner's claim experience is going to be a little different, you know, depending on your carrier, depending on your adjuster that actually comes out to your house. And then it depends on what's the desk adjuster like. What kind of mood is he in? You know, how many claims does he have sitting on his desk? So there's a lot of confusion out there, and it's a different experience for every single one of our homeowners, but we love navigating that and helping them through it.
Yeah, I would think so. It's a challenge in a lot of cases. Do you see somewhere they're just not trying to make the full payment, and you see is that kind of the back and forth that you're having?
Well, right now they seem to just be dragging their feet. Our average claim kind of from start to finish is around 21 days. And just recently, we've seen that increase to about 28 to about 35 days, and it's just a slower process. I'm not sure if they're seeing more claims, but regardless, they are just slowed down dramatically. And that's why I always tell everybody, I'm that greasy wheel, so I'm going to get the grease. So I'm calling them every day, pushing them forward to try to get them across the line as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You do have to be proactive. That's a key element in business. And Logan Briggs, one of the best in the business. Gulf Shield Roofing here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Logan, what else do we need to know? We talk a lot about consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid, what to look out for. In the roofing industry, what specifically should our audience be aware of?
Yeah, so anytime you're dealing with a roofer, you know, always make sure they're licensed and insured first and foremost before they ever get on your roof. Don't let anybody get on your roof and perform any work without those two documents, and they should carry them with them, okay? So roofing license and certification of insurance, very, very important, no matter what. After that, you know, you really want to you want to make sure that, one, maybe this customer can be credible. You want to make sure that they're always going to be someone that's been referred to you, maybe, possibly. But most importantly is that they show up when they're supposed to show up, right? I know that might sound like a cliche, but how you do anything is how you do everything. And with the roofing, it's no different. So make sure that they are very professional. They know what they're talking about. Feel free to ask them any questions that you have. There are no dumb questions. A lot of the homeowners we deal with, this might be their first time getting a roof, it might be the first time dealing with their insurance company, and we're here to help them through that. So feel free to have a list of questions prepared, but most importantly, just make sure that you're going off a licensed and insured contractor, most importantly.
Yeah, that's a great tip, and we've seen that over the years is the challenges that happen when you don't go through that extra line of questioning. Hey, can I see a copy of your certificate of insurance? Can I see your license? By the way, I'm going to screenshot it. I want to take a picture of it. I want to have it. I want to hold it, and make sure that you are who you say you are. Real quick and simple search online. You'll be able to uncover some other mysteries there as well. I love how you have this consultative approach. That's one of the things I get as feedback from our expert contributors is that they say all questions are open. There's no off-limit questions. And that consultative educational approach that you have, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very important that you're dealing with someone that you want to work with, right? They're going to be working on your home. You want somebody knowledgeable that has experience and that's willing to go that extra mile to help you out and make sure you're happy. And that's something we take a lot of pride in. Like, for example, like whenever you set an appointment with us, we don't give windows. Typically, we give very exact times we're going to be there to make sure that we don't waste anyone's time. Also, with all of our appointments, we are going to be 99% of the time, we're leaving an estimate with you. You're going to have a dollar amount to work off of. You're going to have financing options available. You're going to see some of the different value that we bring to homeowners on that first call versus saying, oh, we'll email you in a couple of days. And you're kind of like, what was that all about? I just wasted 2 hours of my life and I don't even have a price to understand what's going on. So it's very nice to know that, you're going to get taken care of quickly and effectively with us.
Right. Yeah, we're talking with Logan Briggs, Gulf Shield Roofing here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And I find it's so interesting, even in my business, when I talk to, for example, a canceled listing or an expired listing. So they went through the 3 months, the 6 months, or a year, whatever it might have been, and they expired, or they just canceled it at some point. They called their agent and said, hey, I'm canceling. I want to take this off the market. And there's a lot of different reasons, plethora of different reasons. Sometimes they'll take it off and they'll do a renovation to make it more appealing to the buyer pool. Sometimes they'll have family or other types of issues. But what really gets me sometimes, and I think about the level of service in any industry. So I'm talking to a gentleman this morning actually, and there was a conversation around, I got to find out and talk to my agent because my property's still active. And I double check it, of course, and I say, oh, excuse me, sir, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're actually off the market. You're not active anymore. You didn't realize that? And I said, yeah, it's. I checked 2 different sources, and this property, I verified the address. This one is off market. Your realtor didn't even care enough to let you know that your property had canceled. And by the way, just so you know, as a professional in the industry, when they log into their multiple listing service, it's in bright red. It tells you in bright red when you're looking at your active and your pending and your inventory as a listing agent. It's in red there saying this property is about to expire within 14 days. So there's no excuse there, for that professional not to be in contact with his client. But unfortunately, I see it all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure you see similar stuff, in your industry. You hear different stories, along those lines. So in any industry.
Oh, yeah, I've heard. Yep. I've heard one of the funny ones is, I'm waiting on my permit, And you might hear that a lot with some pool contractors where it might take a long time to get a permit. But in roofing, our permit turnaround is usually between 2 to 3 days. Sometimes it might vary if you're in like a flood zone, but regardless, the permit process is very, very quick with the counties. Most of the local municipalities within like the Tampa Bay area are really easy to work with. They do a fantastic job for the citizens, and it's very quick. And I've had someone's like, yeah, it's been 8 weeks and we're still waiting on the permit. It's like, no, I don't think you're waiting on the permit. I think you're waiting on that contractor to get off their butt and do some work. That's what you're waiting on.
Yeah, and that's their excuse. That's what they're telling their the potential prospect or the client is, they're telling them a story that's just going to buy them more time, and because they're not ready to do that project yet.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see that kind of stuff happen all the time, and unfortunately, it's out there. GulfShieldRoofing.com, GULF ShieldRoofing.com, GulfShieldRoofing.com. We're talking with Logan Briggs here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And Logan, what else are you seeing as far as supply chain? Is everything kind of cooled, kind of simmered down now with supply chain?
Yeah, the supply chain's been pretty consistent. You might have some odd colors here and there that might, you might have to wait a little bit for maybe a week or two. But for the most part, the supply chain's very strong with shingle and metal. Tile, if you're looking to get one of those like the terracotta or the Mediterranean look or that terracotta where it's like the barrel tiles, we're going to be on a little bit of a wait of those. So if you're in the market for that, get started now. The lead time can be all the way up to 3 months. Some different tile profiles are up to 6 months. So watch out and be careful and ready for that. Shingle, though, has been really, really good. But no matter what, we are seeing price increases from all of our suppliers every quarter. We used to see it once a year, but that was probably before COVID, back in the good old days, we might call those. But now moving forward, we're seeing price increases almost every quarter from our suppliers. So if you're in the market for a roof, there's no better time than now to buy one.
Wow. Yeah, we're seeing the price improvements. You see, or not improvements in our sense. When you think about anything you buy, it's like it's getting very costly for the average American, the family, with groceries, the gas pump, the taxes, your insurance has been a challenge. So even in the construction industry, the pricing continues to rise, it seems. Yeah,
it's nonstop with us. Like I said, we used to get a letter pretty much every January or February for manufacturers, and now it's pretty much every quarter.
Wow. Yep. Well, that's out there. So talk to us also about the process. So if we have folks out there that are thinking about a new roof or they want to get a partial re-roof done, you don't have to do the whole thing every time. And Logan is going to be an honest broker there that's going to share, his true understanding of the roofing industry. And I know probably see that out there too, people selling complete re-roofs when it could have been just, a couple squares here or there, a couple patches in a sense. But Logan Briggs, GulfShieldRoofing.com is going to be the go-to for all things in that industry. 727-263-3707. Just call or text the hotline, and we'll put you in touch with Logan and his team at GulfShieldRoofing.com. Gulf, G-U-L-F, ShieldRoofing.com. And 727-263-3707. You can call or text. That's an off-air number, Logan. And what does the consultative approach look like whenever first step? They're going to come out and get that inspection done?
Yeah, that's the most important thing is we start up on the roof with all of our appointments. And it's so important that you get up there, you look at the roof, see what's going on. Because like what you said, Brandon, sometimes we might not have to do a full, complete replacement. We can actually address your leak that you're having or maybe some missing shingles that you might be experiencing. We can help you with that with repairs. We're one of the few roofers in Florida that handle repairs, re-roofs, and can help you with your insurance. Most of the contractors that you're going to see in Florida will only do one or the other. We do all three. And we're able to do that because we have an amazing team that work at Gulf Shield Roofing with over 100 years of experience, whether that's re-roofing or repairing. We can handle your roofing needs. So that's one of the important things is we always start on the roof. Second, we might start in the attic. If you're having a leak, we're probably going to jump in your attic to really track that repair, track that leak, and find out exactly where it's starting. And then we're going to write you up an estimate right there on the spot. Typically, shocking enough, that only takes about 20 or 30 minutes to do. That doesn't take 2 hours. There's no long sales presentation with us. We're an Owens Corning certified platinum installer. So what that means is that our crews are trained to use Owens Corning's products, and all of our warranties are extended as well with them, considering that as well. So only 2% of roofers can say that, and we're one of them. So it's another great reason to call Gulf Shield Roofing.
I love it, man. I love it. Plus, he's got a beautiful family. He's got 3 daughters. He's a dad. What do you call it? What's the term?
I'm a cheer dad.
Cheer dad.
I'm a cheer dad.
There you go.
I mean, if you don't see me on a roof, you're going to see me on a football field on the cheer squad, right?
There you go.
Yeah, and as they get older, the football gets better. So it's not the games aren't as painful. So
there you go.
It's going to get to be a lot of fun, and my girls love it. Shout out to the South Pasco Predators.
Okay.
My girls do a great job there, and it's a great program.
I love it, man. Yeah, a lot of my childhood memories are from Pop Warner football, back in the day. Yeah. Dad was the coach, and I was the quarterback, so he went pretty easy on me, I'm sure you can guess, right?
Oh, yeah, I bet he did. Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah, the good old days. All right, Logan, how do you want people to connect with you?
Yeah, reach out on my cell phone. Don't be afraid to call it 813-599-0428. You can always text me, too. But GulfShieldRoofing.com is a great place to start your research on us. And also go on Google. You'll see us. We're up to 47 5-star reviews. So we're doing a great job. Our clients are happy, and so are we.
Great job, man. Give that number out again, that direct cell number to the owner of the roofing company. How many owners of roofing companies give out their direct cell? Go ahead, Logan.
Yes, sir. 813-599-0428.
That's one you want to save in your phone. Logan, thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Brandon.
Hey, my pleasure. All right, taking a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to talk a little real estate with you, go over the latest numbers. They just came out. I just had this package emailed to me from the real estate team at Keller Williams Realty, from our leadership. I'm going to go over some of these numbers and let you know what's exactly happening here in Tampa Bay, and you'll have it straight hot off the press. A real estate update from the Platinum MVP team and the real estate quarterback coming up next.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. My wife and I shifted a lot of our buying habits, and we wanted to support companies that support our values. Patriotic, Christian conservative companies. And you can find that online at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. Now, what you're doing is you're not spending any new money. You're simply buying a lot of the common purchases that you're buying every month for the kitchen, the bathroom, your shampoos, your laundry detergent, all types of great essential oils, vitamins, herbs, those types of products. And for you beef lovers, we have great beef products as well. Tenderloin, sirloin steaks, grass-fed beef available as well. So check out AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com, and I'd love to talk to you if you have any questions about it. There's also a business opportunity there for you as well. 813-917-1894. And thank you so much for supporting our company, AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com.
Lindsay Rhymes here. My husband Brandon and I own the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams, and our team of seasoned agents is ready to help you buy, sell, invest, and love the life you live here in Tampa Bay. Communication, execution, customer service, and bulletproofing transactions are really where our team shines. We service Hillsborough, Pinellas, Manatee, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus counties, and we have seasoned agents in residential, luxury land, and commercial divisions. Reach out to us, your Christian realtors, and let us help empower you with the right knowledge to make smart decisions with your next transaction. Call us at 727-263-3707 today. Again, that number is 727-263-3707.
Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. You can reach me at 727-263-3707. Call or text 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Coming up, some real estate updates, the latest in real estate stats from the Platinum MVP team. And every day we like to tell you something positive.
Tell me something good.
All right, after 9 years of effort, the Chumash tribe of California is set to become co-stewards of the Chumash Heritage National Marine Sanctuary, making them the first indigenous group in the lower 48 to achieve such a role. This sanctuary will span 4,543 square miles along California's central coast, protecting a rich ecosystem of coral, kelp, marine animals, and shipwrecks. The design process, initiated by tribal leaders in 2015, was finalized on September 6th, with NOAA issuing a final approval environmental impact statement. The sanctuary will be managed in partnership with the Chumash tribe, recognizing their deep cultural ties to the region. It will also exclude areas earmarked for offshore wind development. So there's a kind of a cool story. They're allowing this tribe to become co-stewards of the land. So interesting here. The sanctuary aims to preserve both natural and cultural resources while fostering community-based stewardship. This milestone fulfills the vision of the late Chumash chief Fred Collins, whose daughter Violet Walker Sage continued to work to protect these sacred waters. There you have it, our feel-good story of the day. All right, quick real estate market update for you. So this is hot off our press here. I'm holding it up. If you watch our YouTube channel, you get the insights like this. You get the Rumble channel. You get all of our videos that we're posting on social media. Alex, by the way, where people need to follow us on social, what's the best place to get our content?
Well, there's multiple ways that they can reach us. Obviously, consumerqb.com. You go through there, and that'll take you down to the links. You can see everybody that's on the show, and just like every other, page on the internet, you scroll to the bottom. You can, click on our Instagram or our Facebook. Yep. But you got at Brandon Ryan 1, at BlackBelt_fitness, right? And then, I would say for sure the website, consumerqb.com, and our YouTube channel is probably where we have the most action. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But Rumble's growing, and it's just people are always watching, calling. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I love it. And Rumble's a good backup because you never know when they might take the other down. All right, so here we go. Tampa area in August. Here's Tampa Bay area in August. And what you're looking at as a buyer and a seller, both parties, both sides want to know who's got more leverage here, right? When I talk about negotiation, I teach negotiation classes at the Realtor Boards, the Pinellas Realtor Org, the Greater Tampa Realtor Organization. I teach negotiation, marketing, branding. And you want to know who has the leverage a little bit, right? So when you think about months supply of inventory, so it's a tale of price points, right? So $200,000 to $250,000, you're looking at 234 new listings that hit the market. Now there's 876 active listings between $200,000 and $250,000. About 160 of those are under contract. But that area is still considered a seller's market because it's 0 to 6 months. It's 5.5 months supply of inventory. All right, let me bump you up a couple 100,000. Let's go up to 550 to 600,000. There's 25 new listings in the month of August, 126 active listings, 26 are under contract, but that's 6.6 months supply of inventory. So that is considered a balanced market between 6 and 7 months. And then let's look at the opposite of or somewhat of an extreme example, $3 million plus properties. If you're in Tampa Bay and you're in the market for a $300 million plus property, then what we have is 9 new listings, 47 listings that are active in that category, but over $3 million, and only 8 are under contract. So guess the month's supply of inventory. 11.8 months supply of inventory. That is considered a buyer's market. So that's a brief overview and example of different price points and different levels of activity because, of course, the higher price points are going to require more income, more assets, etc. And then the lower priced homes in between 200 to 250 that we looked at, there's going to be a larger buyer pool for that area. Plus, you've got competition from investors there as well. Everyone looking to buy, a lot of people looking to buy short-term rentals to be able to rent those out, cash flow those. Normally, you have 2 different types of investors. A fix and flip. Somebody's going to fix it, flip it, try to turn that cash over quickly and make a return on investment, or the potential to long-term rent those properties. That's kind of referred to as a rent and remodel, renovate and rent type of strategy. We'd love to help you, the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. You can always reach out to the show hotline or online at consumerqb.com. Hey, another great show. We had Roger Kuns on as well, former officer in the Marine Corps. Logan Briggs, owner, Gulf Shield Roofing, and of course, Alex BlackBelt Lima in studio with us. Greatly appreciate all of our team out there helping us put the show together. Yomiko, David, Alex, always doing a great job here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, online at consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Ryan.